Hi there, I'm Stephanie Kakris and welcome to day 18 of my 20 days of videos of manifesting and the law of attraction. Today I'm going to talk about how learning about manifesting and learning about the law of attraction and how to make it work for me has changed my life. And I also speak for many of my clients who have also experienced similar changes in their lives due to understanding the law of attraction and understanding how the manifesting process works. So when we become conscious about how the law of attraction works, it doesn't mean that we're suddenly turning it on. So the truth is that law of attraction is always at work, whether we understand the process or not. And it's the same with the law of gravity. You know, gravity is always at work, whether many of us don't understand it, but it's always at work and it's always happening. I didn't have, a life-changing moment. It was a very gradual process for me about learning about manifesting. But when I reflect back to my teenage years and particularly my university experience, I went to uni. I've known since I was probably 12 or 13 that I've wanted to assist people to reach their full potential. It's been a passion of mine for years. And I went to uni and I studied psychology, and the thought of working with depressed and anxious people, clinically depressed and anxious people all day didn't do it for me. So I did a master's in sports psychology. I've always been a sport fan, and I thought that would give me the tools and the confidence that I would need to go out there in the sporting world and to make a difference and to help those athletes to get the best out of themselves. I worked with athletes for probably 8 years, but I didn't actually get the tools and the skills at uni that I needed to use with people, and I certainly didn't get the confidence. If anything, the confidence was trained out of me because there were so many rules and processes that I needed to follow. And then after about 8 years of working with athletes for very little pay, I also had a day job. My husband had chronic fatigue. He was struggling with his health, and he went to a meditation conference and discovered a man called Paul Blackburn, who runs a coach training program. And he signed both himself and me up for the coach training program, and it also included emotional healing work. And I've spoken on this video series about the importance of emotional healing in changing your vibration and in moving you forward. So for me, it's been a process of learning then about belief systems and about emotions, and then I moved on to learning and reading about manifesting, and all these things are linked. And I'd love to sit here and say that I've manifested, amazing millions of dollars and huge businesses and, really big things. And I feel in my heart that I will get there with those things in time. But the most important thing to me that I feel like learning about the law of attraction has given me is a sense of peace and a sense of belief and hope that everything is here, everything happens for a reason, and everything is guiding you to where it is that you need to be. So if you're someone who's drifting and you feel like you haven't found your life purpose, or you're not really sure what you're meant to be doing, then I encourage you to have trust and to listen to your heart and to move your heart towards whatever it is that you feel guided towards. And I've had massive fears when Beyond Success invited me to run their coach training program. Initially my answer was no, because I didn't think I'd be up to it. I was pregnant with Alexia at the time, and thank goodness my husband gave me the strength and the support and the confidence, and the company were fantastic with their flexibility with working around the baby and everything. And I said yes. So sometimes fear is not a guide to say no. Sometimes a fear is that this is really important to you and you want to get it right. So when an opportunity comes up for you, I encourage you to say yes, and I'm so glad that I've said yes to some opportunities, and I've been so glad for the support that I've had. The other thing that learning about manifesting and the law of attraction is I enjoy the moment more. I enjoy what's happening in the here and now, rather than worrying about what's going to happen tomorrow, what's going to happen in the future. And I'm still getting better at that. There are still days where I'm, you know, stressed about what's going to happen and worried about it. But ultimately, enjoying the moment, having the peace and the trust and the belief that everything's going to work out for the best. I also have a balanced perspective on painful experiences, so that when difficult things happen, I understand I might not be able to see it at the time, but I understand that there's a reason for those things happening, and that they're all to guide me towards a higher place in my life. The other thing that, you know, probably the number one thing that learning about the law of attraction and manifesting has given me is a belief in all possibilities and that miracles can occur. And one of the most profound books that I've ever read is called You Are the Placebo by Dr. Joe Dispenza, which talks about how our mindset and our belief system is far, far more powerful than any surgical procedure or drug interventions, and you know, how we can change our DNA makeup, how we can change our aging process just with our mindset and just with feeling what it is that we, you know, what it is that we want and where we want to be here today. So they're the sort of things that mean a lot to me. I'll catch you again tomorrow. Bye for now.